Monday is upon us, and that means it is time for some more Anthem news and discussion. We've got more discussion than news today. Not that much to talk about on the news front, but it is the holiday season, and there are some things I wanted to give you guys a heads up on, as well as some questions I wanted to ask you in relation to the channel and future Anthem content. So if you're interested in listening to all of that holiday ramble goodness, and also injecting some of your own opinions for the future of the channel, stick around for that. Right now, let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling on that news, because BioWare is hosting another Anthem live stream. This is going to be the last one before the holiday season, this Thursday, the 20th of December at 4:30 p.m. EST. Be sure to do those time zone calculations. Ben Irving promised, and he is finally delivering. We're going to be seeing the Interceptor's perspective, the point of view of the Interceptor, inside of a stronghold mission. Strongholds are Anthem's answer to dungeons, if you will. And as much as I'm excited to see the Interceptor, I'm honestly exponentially more excited to see what the Stronghold has to offer. This is, a dungeon. It's not strictly endgame content, but it is something that's going to make up a huge portion of our experience. It is something that is said to be replayable, I believe. And so I want to see how they're handling this from a mechanical perspective. We know we're going to shoot stuff. And the cool thing about Anthem is that there's already a lot of innate mechanics within its core gameplay design. So we've got like flying, and we've got the combo system, and all the ways we'll be able to do our builds and work together with our friends, or alone if you decide to try and crush a stronghold solo. I know there'll be people out there trying to do that, just like they do in Destiny. But I'm excited to see what happens in the Stronghold. How does the Stronghold interact with us as players? What will it require of us? Apart from shooting bad guys and different bosses that might have their own mechanics, like the Swarm Beast we've seen before, is there going to be anything movement related, puzzle solving? I think Anthem is ripe to have its own form of platforming with its flight system, where players have to manage their heat, dodge incoming, things that might cause them to fall out of the sky. I mean, there's a lot of things in Anthem that could overheat us, causing us to crash or shoot us down and stuff like that. So how's that all gonna, kind of work into a Stronghold? If there was like a segment in a Stronghold where you basically were flying from one point to the next, sort of Millennium Falcon, tunnel run, like some of those old Star Wars games on the PC back in the day, I'd be all about that. I think that'd be super cool. That's one of my favorite things about Destiny when we compare it to The Division, is that Destiny has a lot of these really great platforming segments that I actually really enjoy. There are these really memorable moments, in my opinion, where people are figuring out how to do things, like the whole Whisper of the, Worm Quest, having to do all of that. It's just fun, man. It can be frustrating at times, but I really enjoy that aspect of exploring those spaces. So if we get something like that with flight in Anthem, whew, I'll be one happy Anthem boy. We'll see how that goes, though. Keep an eye out. That stream will be happening once again this Thursday, the 20th at 4:30 p.m. EST. I will, of course, as I always do, be covering it right here on the channel, giving you guys that nice, concise roundup of all the goodness we saw as soon as the stream wraps up. That does it for the news. Let's move on and talk about future things. Future things. I really want to hear from you guys some suggestions, things you'd like to see on the channel, Anthem content-wise, both now in the next several months leading up to launch, and after launch, post-launch content. Is there anything in specific I haven't covered pre-launch-wise that you'd like to see me create a video on? If I can, I will try to do so. I'm definitely looking for some cool suggestions. I've got a lot of stuff still planned, but I always think it's interesting to see what people at this point in the time moving up to Anthem are excited about, because those interests change as we learn more about the game. People end up having more questions, and they want answers. They want discussion topics created around those questions. So that's what I'm looking for from you guys. When we talk about post-launch content, I've already got a lot of fun stuff planned, and I wanted to once again talk about my rough plans for that, so you guys have an idea of the way I do things here on the channel. There will still be guides and builds and, weapon reviews and loadouts and stuff like that. A lot of people will be doing that. I'll be doing that, but I'll be putting my own little twist on it. I'm a huge advocate of sort of the Monster Hunter community way of doing things, where it's not about telling you what the best build is, even though there might be a best build from a min-max perspective in Anthem. It's more about inspiring you to create your own builds, helping people who maybe don't have that thought process naturally to create a certain build realize, oh, I can do that. Well, okay, if I do that with what I've got, then I can create this. That's what I did with The Division, and it was really cool to see people take things like my Saboteur build. I just did fun builds with The Division. I wasn't obsessed over min-maxing. They were still really effective, but a lot of the time they were about working in tandem with another player, or just creating a certain theme, you know, like this is kind of the way this playstyle works with this particular build. I want to do that with Anthem because I think it's more interesting. And again, I think it inspires people to make their own things, which I'm all about. In general in life, if I can encourage someone to go out and do their own thing rather than just copy pasting exactly what I've done, I'm going to go for the encouragement over the copy pasting every frickin' time. So you can expect that sort of take on that more traditional content for a live service RPG like Anthem. Beyond that, I've got some fun series that I've done in the past with other games that I'm really excited about. Series that are going to focus on appreciation of the world design in Anthem, looking at the finer details. Games to me are more than just all of the things that happen, you know, on a moment-to-moment basis when you're in the action, when you're in the thick of it, when you're flying around and shooting things. There are so many things happening outside of that chaos, outside of that storm. You know, the world design itself, the geometry, the placement of a shaper relic, you know, this vista that you can view from this particular perspective. I love doing in-game photography. That's all going to culminate into a couple series ideas I have that I'm really excited about. So just a rough idea from what you can expect from me. Again, first impressions, reviews, definitely going to happen. But if there's anything else that's boggling around in your mind that you think would be really cool for Anthem-related content from me, I'd love to have you suggest it. No matter how specific that suggestion is or how generalized that suggestion is, write down in the comment section below. Moving on, the last thing for today's video. Moving on, I wanted to wish all of you an incredible holiday season. Regardless of what you're celebrating, whether it's Christmas or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah or any other holiday that might fall within the next several months, moving up to the new year, I hope you and yours have an absolutely incredible one. I hope you get some time off work because you deserve it, and you deserve it, and you deserve it, and you get to actually spend some time with your friends and family and just live life. Slow things down for a bit. Breathe, eat some good food, and maybe even play some awesome games. And that's really what I wanted to ask you guys before we head out today. I'll be back the rest of the week, don't worry. We're going to do some lore content. We're going to cover that live stream. I've got some other stuff as we move up to Christmas before I take a little bit of a vacation during Christmas and Christmas Eve. But I want to know what you guys are going to be jamming on during that holiday season. You know, are there any games you play with your friends and family? Any games you're going to be playing alone? Are there any tabletop games, board games? Do you have like a family game that you guys have sort of created in-house that you play with your friends and family every holiday season? Share some of that stuff down in the comment section below. Unless it's a super secret and you're going to patent it one day and make a bunch of money off of it so you can pay off your parents' house or something awesome like that. Then you don't have to share it. But otherwise, I'd love to hear those little stories down in the comment section below. I, for one, just went to my buddy's house. We had our friends and family get together for Christmas, and we played a bunch of Fibbage together, played a bunch of Jackbox games, but we also played a bunch of Smash Ultimate. And that was my first time playing Smash Ultimate. And I grew up with Smash Brothers. You know, just kind of a fun button masher. Let's play with our friends, mess around with weird different item combos, and just enjoy the game. I never really took it that seriously, though. And then I got into fighting games over the last 8 years now, and I've started taking fighting games a little bit more serious, not just button mashing, but learning the mechanics. And so Smash was kind of not really on my radar, but then I played it, and I was like, holy crap, this is so much fun. And I ended up trading some stuff in that was just sitting around yesterday, picking a copy up, and then I played it for 4 hours yesterday just against bots. And then I was like, I got to order the GameCube controller adapter. I got to do this the right way. So, man, Smash is a lot of fun. So that's going to be my big one for the holiday season. I am still looking forward to playing some more Battlefield 5 with my brother and my friends. That's sort of our Christmas Eve gaming session we always have every year. So we'll definitely be jamming in the World War II world. Been really enjoying Battlefield 5. It's just so many Bad Company 2 vibes from me. So those are my two big ones. Feel free to leave yours down in the comment section below. Tabletop, board games, family games, video games. What are you going to be jamming on this holiday season? Jam on it well. Eat a lot of good food. Love the ones that are around to be loved. And I will see you guys in the next one.
The most